Hi guys, I'm Kavita. I am an energy healer hypnotherapist, and I have been suffering from identity crisis my entire life. So now I've made this a mission to go and help the people in the world suffering from the same problem, from having limiting false beliefs, false identities, self sabotaging behaviors. And I want to help everyone find their power back and really connect with who they really are. So, the biggest issue that I feel that's almost like a pandemic, well, not compared to Corona, of course not, but is identity crisis, is that when you don't have a very strong sense of self as to you really don't know who you really are. For instance, there are a few signs. Are you the one that totally changes with the environment, like the people that you are? I usually give the best example is that of Runaway Bride. Like in the end, Richard Gere says to Julia Roberts that you used to eat scrambled with your first husband and then the other type, and do you really even know what is the type of food that you like? Because she would blend in to make her partner, her fiance happy. And this is what we sometimes do our entire lives, that we try and mold into the family, the person we're married to, or the culture or the place that we belong to, where we are in, and then we just to merge and feel one with everyone and not feel different. We just try and put the mask on, and then eventually it becomes our personality, like our identity. We think this is what we are, but inside there's always a battle going on because you're trying to live an inauthentic self, and you're not really taking the decisions and living the life that of your dreams, or even living the life of freedom, of just doing the things which you like, following the interests, the passions that you really enjoy. And finally, the biggest question that is always looms over your head is that of, what is the purpose of my life? Who am I? Right? And all of those questions, when you're unable to answer, one of the other ones are like, the relationships mold you. Like I said, this is something, as the environment, as the people that are around you, you tend to become like them, to be one of them. You often have radical shifts in your opinion, and which not only shift from months or days, sometimes within the same day, and you, one minute you have a very strong opinion about something, and few hours later you completely flip and your opinion changes, and eventually you start to distrust yourself, mistrust yourself, because you really don't even trust your own decisions, because you think any few minutes I'm going to change it. So who is the real person? And hence you depend on a lot of strong personalities near you who tend to take the decision for you. So you ask them, what do you think I should do? What do you think? So that you don't have to take that decision for yourself. So that is another of this. You get bored easily, and which stems basically from being the restlessness that is within you, because there is a part of you that keeps knocking on the door and keeps saying to you that there's something isn't right, and you are just not being your authentic self. Your responses, the behavior that you have isn't your genuine true self, but you keep behaving in a certain manner which is incongruent with that, and hence you keep switching things to keep yourself occupied, so that you don't have to listen to that inner voice of yours. And finally, your relationships don't run deep. You might have tons and tons of friends, like I have, and been in relationship. I've been married for so long, and everything seems normal, but somewhere it is the fear of intimacy that runs behind it, that you just don't want the person coming to know the real you, coming near you, understand, because you don't even know who the real you is. What is it that gets you going? What is it that you like? Back to the question of, who am I? What is the purpose of my life? What am I here to do? And you sort of sense of feel that envy, if it may be a negative word of people who just seem to be living whatever they want to do, they just go ahead and do, and you keep thinking that I wish I was that person, I wish I did that, but you don't even know where to start because there's so much confusion around it, and hence shame associated with a sense of self, of you not being able to take your own decisions or trust yourself and do the things that you feel not good enough inside, because you start to think that there's something wrong with you, that these people, there's this them versus us, and there's these smart, confident, amazing people who got a grip over their life and know everything and have the answers, and here you are always with multiple tabs open in your head because you're so confused as to what is it that you want. And even if then where do I start? There's so much confusion, and you keep asking people, what do you think? I started this career, what do you think? And they do not know at all, trust me, but they will give a very solid opinion. I think you do this very well, you should go for it. I think you should do that. And you go, that's a good idea, I'm gonna go for this. Well, this is my Indian accent coming in the middle, can't help it, but that's how you'll go. And then you'll talk to someone else, and then they say something, and they go, okay, that's right, because there's no inner connection, there's no answer that you can get from within you. That's what's missing. And that's what you need to tap on and tap into, because your subconscious knows you exactly, and now subconscious knows the answers. You are as unique as your thumbprint, so what purpose that you bring, the message that you bring out to the world is unique like your thumbprint, and no one else around you can give you that answer except you, your subconscious. And that's what within these series I'm going to put these videos out, to put these answers out, so you can start to follow that, and we can work together to get to those answers. Eventually, yes, I have therapy sessions which I do with my clients, but that is the next step where you need to find the right interpretations and the right answers as to what your mind is giving you. For now, I just want you to start thinking, creating that awareness. Until and unless you even know an issue exists or something like that exists, how can you start working on it? So let's get this going, let's get the thinking wheels churning, and I'm going to keep hosting more. Okay? Till then, take care. Love.